Hi there ladies, Manisha here, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing with you a review for Born Pretty store. So I've very kindly been sent out these beautiful 9D cat eye gel polishes. These are magnetic ones and they do come in a little pot like this, and they've got the product code and also the product name written on the back. So we'll have all the information, direct links and whatnot for you down in the description box below. So they do have that little seal which you have to remove. Then you kind of get to this stage here. When you open it, there is actually a little seal, so this is just to keep the contents in there during transit, and you do need to remove that, and then you can get to the gel, and the gel looks like this. This is just colour number 2. So these are really pretty. To me, I can actually see purple and green. I'm not sure what the camera's actually showing up, but they are really pretty, and they can be used lots of different ways. So we'll be swatching these for you today and using a magnet, which I've got some cat eye magnets, that type of thing here anyway, so I'll be using those. Now I have got a 20% off discount code. I always go to say 10%, but it's actually a 20% off discount code for Born Pretty store, and you can use these on full priced and sale items, and the code is MMX20, so MMX20. I'll have it on the bottom of the screen as well as down below like I normally do. So without further ado, I'll get all of these open for you and I'll meet you right back. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I've opened these pots up, just releasing that plastic wrap that comes on there, and then I'm using this little the other end of the cuticle pusher there just to run the edge around the foil just to release it. And this is what the pots look like. Now they don't ever come filled right up, but I just give them a little bit of a stir because they are magnetic, and any magnetic gel will tend to settle after a while, and I think it's just good practice to give them a little bit of a stir before you go ahead and use them. So the first swatch I'm sharing with you is Fantasy Babylon, so this is colour number 1, and obviously I'll have the direct links for all of them for you down below. So it does transition from a sort of like a lime green through to an emerald green, and it has blue in it too. So I'm going to do each swatch just as is, and then I'm doing a second one with sort of like a magnetic effect, so you get a little bit of an idea of what they look like. Now I am doing these over black, and that's what the website suggests, but you can also just use them as is. It's just that you might need to do a couple of layers of it, and then you're just kind of using up more of your gel really. This one I'm just running the magnets down the side, and that'll just kind of bring the magnetic you know, effect to the forefront there. So this is colour number 2. Really pretty. And then last but not least, we've got Lighthouse Zero. Now the names are really weird for some reason. I don't know where they come up with these names from, but anyway, this one is really hard to capture on camera. It does transition from burgundy through to sort of like a copper shade at different angles, and I do have a play with these off camera, but I'm going to show you the next step now. Okay, so after numerous attempts to do this black hole thing that seems to be the latest trend with these 9D cat eyes, I have finally cracked the code, and goodness me, it's taken a few attempts to get there, but I will give you a step-by-step on how to achieve this, so you don't tear your hair out like I have been doing. And look at that, I mean, I actually managed to get it to work, and I'm really happy with the results. So I'm going to show you, you know, and it's not rocket science once you know how, but if you don't know and you haven't had clear instructions in English, believe me, it's very frustrating. But anyway, it's not perfect by all means, but this is my first 2 attempts that have actually come out really good. So anyway, first up, blob of blue tack. Now this is to secure your magnetic nail tip. Now when I was trying it in the past, I was doing it with these pop sticks, and I mean that's not ideal. I mean, it's nothing really wrong with it, but it's not kind of perfect. But anyway, we will just put that one aside. So what I've done is I've got it like, so normally you'd have your finger, you'd have to get someone else to do this. This is not something you can do on your own unless you can find a way to secure the magnets. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. Let's get this centered. Alright, so next thing you need some magnetic polish. So this is one of the 9D cat eyes that I've been sent by Born Pretty, and I seem to have mixed one of the other colours in with it, but anyway, we will keep on with this. Now it's going to be a bit tricky for me to do this because I've got the nail tip a little bit further back than what I've been doing it myself, because I've been kind of hovering over it so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Now you're going to need, try and clear everything metal away from your desk while you're doing this. You're going to be needing 2 magnets. So I've got, we'll just zoom back out again. I've just got ones that are, goodness me, they are very strong. I've got 2 that are really similar in size and thickness. And I don't know if this is the key to it, but I seem to, this seems to work for me. Next thing you've got to do is find the 2 edges that attract each other, because this is going to work by the magnets attracting each other. So I've got these 2 edges here. We'll zoom back in again. What you need to do with this is just hold them either side of the nail. So what that's going to do is bring all that magnetic goodness basically to the center of the nail, because we really want to emphasize what we're doing here. And the next thing is just make sure that they do attract each other as well, and then you just pop one at the top and kind of slide it down a little bit, and you'll kind of see like a little bit of a halo happening there. And then get your next magnet and very, very carefully kind of move it towards the first one. And I'm probably not going to be able to do this on camera now because of course these things always happen, don't they? Just sort of maneuver it around until you get kind of like a circle in the center, and it might just take a little bit of toing and froing, and I think from my angle I can't really see it, but looking through my phone, looks like it's there. It's not perfect, so you can always do, because this is magnetic, it's not set in stone. So I'm just going to wipe my my brush off and just redo that. Like, don't bother wasting any more gel polish, just kind of rebrush the surface. That kind of gets you back to step 1 again. Find your 2 sides that are attracting each other, and then just sort of pop it either side. That brings the magnetic part to the top. Just double check that they're still attracting each other. Bring that bit from the back, bring this one from the front, and then when you get that circle appearing, that is basically what you're looking for to get that magnetic hole. I'll just see if I can get it a little bit more defined than what it is, and I think that might have just done it. So there you go. So it's a little bit tricky, but once you know what you're actually looking for with your magnets, you can perfect it. You know, it's like anything. Once you've learned how to do it, you know, you just get better at doing it, and it becomes kind of like second nature. It's like nail stamping, you know, and oh look, I've just got to put the magnets near and I've stuffed it up again. Let's see if we can work with what we've got. Now the reason I'm using blue tack is I found when I was doing it on here or on these things, because everything else is magnetic, it was kind of pulling the whole nail tip off the base. So I found that it was just easier just to secure it with some blue tack, unless you've got a different kind of holder. You know, you don't have to use, I'm just going to have to just swipe that over the top there again. You don't have to use one of these holders, but I mean, unfortunately they are magnetic because that's just how they work. So get all of that to the surface. I don't know if this is going to work properly because I haven't done it very well. Get that first one going from the top, and then just pop the second one from the bottom. Should be able to get kind of like, you should be able to see the rings appearing. Might just have to adjust where you've got your magnets. Sorry, I'm concentrating so much I can't even remember to talk. But that's it again there. Not perfect, not centered, but like I said, it is something that, you know, you will need to practice. I'm just going to try it with one of the other colours. This is colour number 1, I think, from memory. Yeah. It is tricky to do this on camera, to be honest with you, because the nail tip is kind of not right underneath where I'm looking. It's sort of pushed back a bit further. So for me, the angles aren't quite right, but if you're doing this yourself, obviously you're going to be able to look at it from above. So I'm just working out where my, they're kind of sticking together. That just brings it all to the surface, as you can see there. And then get one of your magnets and kind of just hold it there, and then just bring it towards you. Get your second magnet, just kind of hold that one there, don't move it anymore. Get the second one and just kind of push all those little magnetic elements like that. Kind of going backwards and forwards seems to help a little bit to get that circle going. Alright, so I'm just going to stop. Keep your magnets apart so they don't sort of get your fingers jammed or anything in there, but you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is pop it in the lamp straight away. You really need to kind of lock these in as quick as you can, but anyway, that's the effect there. So I'm just going to pause it and get it in the lamp. Okay, so there we go, those are all top coated as well, and yeah, give this a go. Do persevere if you can, if you've got the patience for it, because it's totally worth it. I mean, it's such a cool effect, but like anything, practice does make perfect. And like, I'm just glad I managed to finally kind of crack it, like it was getting quite frustrating. So if you're in the same boat, I totally agree, and understand where you guys are coming from. Because believe me, this is like day 2 or 3. I think I started this review a couple of days ago, and honestly I was just like, oh, I can't be bothered anymore now, because I just wasn't getting the black hole effect that I was going for. But yeah, you can do it. Obviously there is a way to do it, and I'm sure if you give it a go, there's and you get more confident with it, there are other effects that you can do with these as well. Obviously you can use them as your standard cat eye effect. You can just use them without the magnet as well, obviously, like I showed in the other swatches too, and they look great with a matte top coat over the tops too. So I mean, they are really versatile. So now don't forget, I have got that 20% off discount code MMX20, which you can use at Born Pretty store, and that'll give you 20% off your purchases. I'll just pop these swatches back here again so you can kind of see the different effects you can get with them. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. It has been fun trying these out, fun and frustrating at the same time, if there is such a thing. But definitely give it a go. Just don't give up straight away and feel like you're not going to be able to do it, because yeah, as I've shown, you can actually get the effect eventually. I'll just put them in order so you can kind of work see what they look like together, and I will leave a couple of photos for you at the end. If you've got any comments or questions, just leave them for me. I'm happy to help where I can. And apart from that, ladies, thanks for stopping by. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.